So much better, I reckon. Whatever. Dog's called AA. See you, Mayor. So memeing aside about my last run, the first two splits weren't actually terrible. There's definitely obviously things I can do better about them. For one, I can play on a faster version, but that's not an immediate change, unfortunately. But no, there's definitely the larger time save is definitely in a big old third split there. That's something that would be good to know for future runs will be at what time I have to stop chopping wood. Although to be fair, I didn't go as over it as I thought it would. If it's like some of the other early harvesting games where each... I wasn't supposed to pick up that extra one, but whatever. Where every bit of wood is actual, like every stump is 6 pieces of wood. Then I only chopped 2 extra stumps, which isn't that bad. But it would definitely save a little bit of time in the long run. Right, so I'm going to try the first 2 times I talk to it, not having the dog in my hand. Whoop. If I could stop chopping her. And time for dogs. So this is objectively the best bit in the game, especially when it looks at the moment like I'm talking to a tree. I thought of an idea a while ago that was really dumb, but I think it's kind of funny, of having a Franco-Face emote, where it's like, the name doesn't seem too clever, and it's just like the HM64 dog. It'd be one of those, you know, like ridiculously long emote name memes, like SpongeBob looking out of his window, or Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, looking at his window, those kind of things. Doesn't seem too clever. Although it's one of those things that's very situational. There's only really one time you could use it possibly. I don't know, maybe you could just use it as like another dog emote, because dogs are the best. Hello, good Eddie too. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Yeah, there's I'm assuming it's a glitch. Where if you show her your dog, then you can just infinitely raise your affection with her. Why don't I do this indoors? Well, because she's outside at the moment. The reason is why don't I do it when she's at the bar. It doesn't really make a difference where you do it. Plus, for the bar, you kind of have to wait for it to open. No, I'm not. If I had to count how many times I was doing this, that would be terrible. No, I'm just waiting for, if you see in the bottom right corner of the text box, a little heart flashes. When that heart gets to pink, I'll do it a couple more times, and then that's when I know I'm done. Most people speedrun Karen because she's the fastest. I'll be honest and say she's probably the least interesting, although I have never done runs of any of the other girls before. But the general thing is, like, the first one everyone picks up for 64 is Karen, and then people just move on to whatever their favourite bachelorette was from the game. Whatever plays a sequel to HM64. You mean like Back to Nature, or what? Or like an actual game that takes place after the events? Technically the first girl I married was in this, was Karen, but I don't really think that counts because it was in a speedrun. Because the great thing about this game was it didn't come out in Europe until it was released on Wii U Virtual Console, so the first time I ever played it was a month ago probably. So I hadn't played much of it casually. Game of HM64 is a different story. I don't see why I wouldn't. Yeah, Harvest Moon has a real knack for just not releasing certain games of theirs in Europe. Like, did I start with Two Big Fish? I do not know what you mean by that. If you meant have I sold fish in the run, no I haven't. Well, we're actually talking about the localization of Harvest Moon games. I just realised I'm sparking this debate myself, but whatever. Natsumi have finally announced a kind of launch date for Skytree Village in Europe. Any Europeans watching, it's June, July. It was one of those 2 months, I can't remember which one. So, I'm looking forward to that, I must say. And I'm also looking forward to when Story Seasons Trio of Towns gets released next year. Because I can guarantee it won't get released this year in Europe. Because why would it? was the wrong, well, I can't really say button because it's not a button on this, it's the control stick, or it's the right stick, but that was the wrong thing to, I don't know, I don't know whether I should say press or what. Because for people who haven't played the Wii U Virtual Console of this, the C buttons are obviously mapped to right stick, which isn't confusing, but is definitely a weird control scheme. Because like I feel in Harvest Moon 64 on the N64 it makes sense, you know, it was like, oh, okay, you want to put something into your bag, C up, that's fine. On this one, right stick up doesn't really make sense as putting something into your bag, but it's like, well, Virtual Console controls, so whatever. do that extra chop there. I'm quite close to halfway through with money. I don't know. I'll look again. I'll actually check when I'm shipping all the stuff at the end of this day. Okay, no. I wasn't sure whether that was hitting or not. But I thought, fuck it, I'll do the whole 6 and then find out. Okay, I'm quite near halfway for the house. Which actually means I'm also nearly halfway for money in general. I'm just talking to Karen there just because, why not? I don't know, because I have a feeling like the whole thing last run where the blue feather just didn't show up. I really don't think that's down to like, oh, you weren't on like the right amount of pink heart or whatever, because that wouldn't make any sense, or whether it was like, you know, you just need to speak to Karen that day, or like whoever that day, first. But I don't really know why that happened, really. But if I can prevent it from happening in future runs, that would be lovely. So hopefully just talking to her a few extra times will solve that problem. Hey Kumatora, how are you doing today? That definitely didn't hit. That is good. I'm trying to remember at what point. I definitely think it's closer to the 5,000 mark. That. What am I trying to say? Closer to the 5,000 mark, I need to stop chopping wood. I'm sure last time it was on like the day that I went and bought the kitchen. I was like, oh, okay, I don't have to buy any more wood or chop any more wood. I noticed for this one. I'm not using any notes. There are probably notes somewhere out there. Although I don't actually think there are, because I haven't seen any notes being passed around on the Harvest Moon Speedrunning Discord. I think it's all just a matter of I think a lot of the runners just keep notes themselves. So I think if I was doing like I probably would as well. If I was doing like a more, I guess, complex category, or marriage category, so basically anyone other than Karen, I'd actually keep track of stuff and write them down. But because this run is quite simple in comparison, I don't really feel the need to. Although I say that, but then if anyone from who saw my last run is still here, they probably go, well, hang on, why did you fuck up quite a bit in the last run then? That's because I suck. No, they're like, it's probably worth keeping notes, I guess, if you think you need to. But in terms of saying notes exist, I don't think so. I mean, like, shit like game facts and walkthroughs and whatnot exist, which is what I think most people use for it. I wasn't sure I was gonna actually be holding that at the end of that. I'm either going to check at the end of today or the end of tomorrow, check how much wood I've got, because there definitely isn't that many days left until I can buy the kitchen. In fact, depending on what day it is, I should be able... Oh no, wait, no. Okay. I'm mixing up Harvest Moon games because ordering stuff from the carpenters works differently in this one. There's in like SNES or something. Because in I can't really say in the old ones because this is technically an old one. But in ones like SNES and GB, it's like you ask them to upgrade your house or do whatever, and they go, okay, I'll come around next day, and then that's fine because then you just have that day to then get the money or the wood or whatever. Whereas in this one, you ask them to do the upgrade or whatever, and they'll be like, okay, I'll be around in a minute, and then the next time you're on your screen, you're on the farm screen, he's like, okay, I can do that. Or I can't do that, or whatever. So no, I can't ask him tomorrow, but I can ask him the next day. I'm going to check my wood. Hey, 420. That took me a second. Took me a second to meme it out there. 250, so I need 30 wood, so I think I only need to chop 5 pieces of wood. Yeah, I think that's just, that's probably just demo going for a good time. Like, it's because it's like RNG, fishing, so I think if I were going for like a really good time, also welcome back, Eddie. Can't forget to say that. If I were going for like an actually good time, one I wouldn't be playing on. I wouldn't be playing on WiiUVC. I don't know if anyone else just saw a bit of screen tearing then, but mine did. But yeah, then it would be worth like trying to get that extra bit of fish at the beginning. But I'm not too worried about. Like, obviously I want a decent time, but I'm not too worried about getting like a massively competitive time, so I don't need to do that little bit of fishing at the beginning. The Wii U Virtual Console, I don't think it was released for Wii. But yeah, I'm playing on the Wii U Virtual Console version, which, aside from buying a Japanese cart or an American cart, is the only way I can actually play it as a European. Are you thinking? Yes, I am. I'm using a capture device. It is not an HD capture device, and I have to play off the gamepad because I could play off the TV, but the settings I have to put through my Wii U to make it compatible with Amarek and my capture card makes the actual TV just suck. So I'm playing it off the gamepad. Oh, actually, no, I won't be able to order the thing tomorrow. It'll be today. It'll be tomorrow. I have to order the house by the tiniest of bits. Although I definitely won't have to do any. I definitely won't have to chop any wood. I think that's just the way they did Virtual Console, because I don't think it does that on the original N64 versions. Because I remember, I don't know when they would have said this, but at some point, they were like, oh, we haven't released it for Virtual Console because it's too difficult to do. And you can kind of tell with that there's still a few bits here and there where it's a bit shitty. Oh, it does it on N64 as well. I don't know then, is this... I don't actually know why it would then. It's just the way the game's made, I guess. So are these previous games been? Okay, that's a good question with a very decent, good answer. So, basically, I am doing what I'm calling the Year of Harvest Moon speedruns. If you would like to know more about it without hearing me talk about it, then you can use the command HM 2017 in chat. But basically, I had loads of different Harvest Moon game notes for different speedruns on my computer, and I was like, damn, I've never actually ran half of these. So I thought of this crazy idea where I just each month I do a new category that I've had notes for. And some of them I haven't actually had notes for, some of them I'm just doing because I have to fill out a year. And that's just reminded me that my pastebin needs updating because it says March is still HMGBC. But yeah, so a lot of the categories on there and runs on there are stuff that I started routing sometime last year, never finished, have never done runs of, but will finish hopefully in time for their respective month. And Harvest Moon 64 was just one of the ones where I was like, well, I don't have any, like, I was supposed to order the house today. Yeah, it's like just a me thing, I guess. But yeah, but every month I'll be doing a different Harvest Moon game, with the exception of May and June, because May and June will be me catching up on other stuff, so doing runs of older, of just games, Harvest Moon stuff that I haven't done in a while, or stuff from earlier this year, I guess, and also hope maybe even a bit of yeah, I'm not really into speedrunning Zelda. I've like tested the waters with speedrunning Zelda. Like, I'm not against it. I definitely enjoy the runs. Like, I enjoy watching Zelda speedruns, and I learnt like the first half of Link Between Worlds. But no, I'm not really fussed about speedrunning the new Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Do you think you'll feel nostalgic when I stop playing Harvest Moon 64? What do you mean by that? Like, will I feel nostalgic towards Harvest Moon 64, or like does running this game make me feel less nostalgic? Because technically I do not feel nostalgic towards 64 at all, because I never played it during my childhood because it was not out. And what completion is run, I have no idea. Apparently there's a completion meter on the Japanese versions of the game. But even then, that's like ridiculously vague or something. So, I don't know. This run isn't really done in terms of completion, it's just done to a goal. Oh no, that's fine. Like, trust me, I know a lot of the reasons why people watch Harvest Moon 64, or just Harvest Moon speedruns, and honestly speedruns in general is just because they like the game and not because they actually want to watch a speedrun of it or whatever. But personally, the reason why I like Harvest Moon speedrunning and watching Harvest Moon speedruns is because of the whole mix between the two. Like, you can still watch something that's interesting community and like gameplay wise with speedrunning, but then no, he's closed on Wednesdays, but then it's still very casual and chill almost because of the fact that it's still Harvest Moon. So no, I don't take that personal at all. I figure a lot of people watch my Harvest Moon streams because of the fact that they're Harvest Moon, and just because they'll be like, oh man, nostalgia and shit, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. If you mean like visual glitches, I'm kind of know what you mean, because I remember because there are quite a few people in the HM64 specifically, student and community, that have had problems with emulators, like either being too laggy or not laggy enough or whatever. But I think we should have that sorted out now. But it's funny because, like, leading up to running HM64, I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to play it on emulator, and then when I start wanting to go for a decent time... Oh shit, it's raining. It's not open today. Pleb. But when I want to start getting a decent time, I'll play it on 64. I don't even have my kitchen yet. But then whilst I was... But in between announcing like Harvest Moon speedruns, year of speedruns, whatever, they released it for Virtual Console, so yay. How much is the house? It's weird, in this one you don't buy a house, you just buy upgrades for the house. But yeah, the kitchen is 5,000 G, and then the blue feather is 980 G. Oh shit, I completely forgot to split on kitchen. You also like chop wood and stuff for because you need wood to get the kitchen as well. But yeah, that's basically it. In some of the other runs, like I know Anne, you grow potatoes because they're a decent gift to give her up until a certain point where you can start giving her better gifts. The other thing on the left when you because I hit spacebar, so the timer is done through, like, I guess, user inputs or keys or whatever. So when I want to go to the next split, I just hit spacebar and it goes to the next split, and then that's all fine and dandy. But I had just completely forgotten to do that, which is why it looked like I had the worst kitchen split ever. Fortnite, so that means I'm about to win. Hey Demo, how's it going? Well, according to my splits, I've got another 8 minutes to lose a bunch of time on. It's not a festival, where's... I don't know where Karen is today. Oh man. It's Tuesday that she's working. Well, I may as well go check if he's selling. Thanks for good luck, Demo. You will not believe how bad I am at running this game. I'm so terrible. Well, right, actually, since you're here, you'll be able to answer me this hopefully. Why is it like even when you've got whichever bachelorette you're trying to marry on Pink Heart, if you go to Rick, he won't be selling like he's just not selling the blue feather. Am I supposed to talk to that person like that day and then go to Rick, or what? Yeah, my first run, which is the one comparing it to, slightly above. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, there's no way it would be that stupid, but if it is, then damn, that sucks. But yeah, my first run was pretty bad, but I don't know. I still enjoyed it. It's funny. It's funny how bad it was, honestly. I don't know actually what time she starts work. Not yet. Today's a festival. Oh my gosh, I did this last run as well. I waited for like the shop to open, and then I went, oh wait, it's a festival today. Right, we'll see the day. She wasn't even working that day, it was Monday. What? And now it's, oh fuck's sake, now it's raining. Right. So I'm gonna wait until Monday to show her the dog a few more times. Hopefully it won't rain. Okay, good. The thing I saw like last week, I went to her on a Monday, and I was like, wait, she doesn't work on a Monday. But she just wasn't, like, everyone else was there, but she just wasn't working. But whatever. It's not a festival today, is it? I don't actually know what time the vineyard opens. Or what time everyone starts work. There you go. I'm assuming it's 9. It's either 9 or 10. Hopefully that's enough. No! I put the dog in my way. Yeah, I've got plans, Rick. Plans to finish this run. Hooray! I'm gonna save like a minute. Oh no, a minute and a half. Heck yeah, it's summertime. Nope, not yet. Maybe next day. Nope. Is it actually, you have like, it goes to the first Sunday? If so, that's a bit silly. I remember reading that, but I didn't think that would actually be true. I thought it was just going to be like all the other ones where it's just like a week or so. Yeah, okay, so it does have to be on a Sunday, I'm assuming. 5th day of the season of summer.